Hi ladies, it's me. I'm going to do an update for you guys. I apologize that I am in a really crazy mood right now, and my hair looks ratchety, but I really wanted to get on and do this update because I am so excited. I have lots to tell you, and lots of things are going on, and I just wanted to do it in the moment, kind of thing, in the moment how I'm feeling. So, to backtrack a bit, last time I did a video, I was recently diagnosed with PCOS, so my doctor was sending me for a two-part glucose test, which the first part was just a fasting glucose, and the second part was I drank a nasty orange juice. It really was not that nasty. I was dying for anything at that point. I did feel nasty after. For about half an hour, I felt like I was going to throw up said orange juice, but I had nothing in my stomach to throw up, so I just went to Party City and started party planning for my nephew's birthday and distracted myself, and I felt fine after a bit. So I did that. It was not a difficult situation, other than the fact that I was an idiot and decided to do it in the afternoon of a day. So I basically went from 11 o'clock at night the night before till 5 o'clock the next day without eating. So I was a little lightheaded by the end of the experience and immediately ran to McDonald's and got a 10-pack of nuggets, which I'd never get a 10-pack of nuggets, and inhaled it. But yeah, so it really wasn't that bad of an experience. And then also that week I did go for my counseling session with the fertility counselor, which was mandatory by my RE. And it really wasn't bad. I really thought it was going to be a judgy, pointy finger, see if I am, mentally stable to make this decision, but it was not at all. The fertility counselor has actually been through donor insemination herself. She has 3 children, and she was had donor for 2 out of 3 of her children. And she met someone later on after she'd had a couple of her kids, and had a 3rd child with him. So it was good to see someone that's kind of been through the perspective and been through it probably when there wasn't as much information as there is now on donor insemination pregnancies. Basically, she talked to me about the process of what have I thought about on how I'm picking the donor, where have I looked, what do my friends and family think of my decision, have I discussed it with them, what kind of things to say to them to explain it, how will you explain it to your child when they are here and, they were looking for daddy and daddy's not there. She actually gave me some great advice. She told me, because I was initially in my mind thinking I would tell my child at an appropriate age when they would understand it, probably just before they started to school or something, because I think they could kind of get the idea. But she actually said to me that it's really important to start early. Obviously not when they're a little tiny baby, but once they're speaking, to start and are able to say the words, to discuss with them about daddy. And she gave me kind of just different things to explain. She said, how are you going to explain to people when you're pregnant? It was a lot of questions that I had not necessarily asked myself. I have been very open with my friends and family. Well, I should not say my family necessarily. I've been open with my mother. I haven't really talked to my dad about it. I'm assuming she's probably talked to him about it, but it's just kind of something you don't really talk to your dad about. But I've talked to my mom. My 3 best friends all know that I'm going through with this. They have not said anything negative towards me. I know one of my friends has said to me, let me know how it goes and let me know how much this costs, because she's seriously thinking of doing it herself, or freezing her eggs or something. So she's interested in the procedure and what's going on and stuff like that. So that's really cool. My mom breaks my heart because my mom is not supportive of it. She does not think I'm making the right decision. I decided to be really open with my parents just because when me and my ex split, I moved back in with them. So this child would be coming to live with them as well. And so I felt like it's only respectful of me to discuss it with them instead of being like, but I'm pregnant and you knew nothing about it. And guess what? We're going to live with you for a little bit. Because I definitely would have to live with my parents for a bit just before I got myself kind of, more independent and back on my feet. It's hard when you split up from someone that had a house because, I wasn't saving for a house. I wasn't paying rent. I was living in a home that someone already owned. I was helping out with things, of course, and I've lived away from home basically since I was 18, off and on, and so I know how to run a house and stuff like that. I'm not worried about that. It's just really expensive where I live and where I work, so that's difficult. So I'm definitely going to have to stay with my family for a little bit, probably the first year, but I do have my own area of the house, I have the basement, so that's not bad. But yeah, my mom just thinks I'm not making the right decision. She doesn't think that I understand the consequences. It's a really tough situation because my family is very conservative. They've all grown up very conservative. They've grown up with the idea in their head, you get married, you have children, you stay together. So there is no other options. There's no other options kind of thing. So it's just kind of more a lack of understanding on their behalf because, this isn't a subject that's talked about. It's being talked about more, and I'm thinking of maybe getting her a book about it as well as myself, just, do some reading, some understanding of things. The counselor also gave me lots of links to support. There is a support group in downtown Toronto, if you live anywhere near Toronto, that it's a donor insemination group. And she said there's people from all different stages. There's people that have already had their kids, there's people that are pregnant, and there's people that are thinking about making that decision. So I plan to go to one of those groups before I am officially strapped in and getting this done. Because I think it would be something really good for me. What else can I tell you? Yeah, she was just really informative and really supportive. And so after that, she kind of sends a report to my RE. So my RE's office called me shortly after I went there and kind of said, we need you to come in and pay for your counseling session as well as follow up with the doctor. And they had said to me in the email, just so you know, we're booking follow-ups into October. So I'm thinking, no thoughts in my mind. I'm thinking, okay, the earliest this is going to happen is November, probably. And that was if I didn't have to do on metformin. When they wanted me to come back in, I thought, well, maybe I have to start metformin. And the doctor wanted me to do that for 2 months before I do my IUI. But today, I got an email, which is the exciting part. I got an email from the nurse at my RE's office going over my protocol. Basically, I could do this IUI in 2 weeks if I could pull my shit together. But I have decided to do it the following month just because I haven't picked a donor yet. I don't want to rush and pick a donor. I still want to go to that support group. I still want to educate myself on this so that I'm making an educated decision and no one can ever say to me that I didn't make this decision smart. I didn't make a smart decision. I just rushed into it. I went in an emotional way. I know in my heart this is what I want. But I just want to know everything. I want to know it all. So I phoned them and talked to them about it. And they said to me, no problem. We completely understand. The fact that I'm mid-cycle right now, so it would be 2 weeks from now I'd be on the table in the stirrups getting inseminated. So I'm going to do it the following month. My protocol is that they're going to do Clomid for cycle days 4 through 8. And then I will have the HCG or Ovidril, or I can't pronounce it. It's just easier to say HCG injection. They will call me with a day when I'm ready for that. I'm going to be having blood work and an ultrasound on cycle day 2 and 4. And she said probably additional blood work and ultrasounds obviously throughout the way to see how my cycles or my little follicles are developing. And yeah. And then I've progesterone basically until either I'm not pregnant or till I'm 12 weeks pregnant. I am doing a 2-step insemination, which means I will be inseminated on one day and then I will come back the following day and be inseminated again. They say that's the best thing to do. It's the best chance at things. And then 2 weeks after the first insemination, I would go in for blood work to see if I became pregnant or not. So yeah, I have a mix of emotions. To be honest with you, I'm really, really, really excited. I really never thought this would come so quickly, so easily, I should say. You know, getting approved for the financing. I've emailed the financing people to let them know, you know, this is going to happen sooner than later. Just getting the nitty-gritty, okay, what is covered for sure from them. I'm going to get my butt on these donor websites so I can pick a donor and get my shit together, and so that I'm ready and my spermies are ready. Everything's good. I'm really happy with my clinic so far. You know, I wasn't happy when I first started going there. It was a different doctor and different nurses, and they really were shitty nurses. But the nurses and everyone is really supportive and really kind and caring, and you know, I've had lots of questions for them and they've been great with that. So yeah, that is my exciting, nerve-wracking news. It's also nerve-wracking. I'm feeling a little like shakiness inside because I'm thinking, oh my god, it's real. It's really real. Really, blah, really real. Yeah, so that's why I kind of look like a hot mess right now, because I just wanted to get on when I was feeling crazy and feeling all these emotions and feeling the real thing. I didn't want to have to put on my feelings later, although I'll probably still be excited and like for weeks until this happens. And then I'll be even more excited because I'll be freaking out thinking, did I get pregnant? I really hope it I can't even talk today. I really hope it works the first time. But I have definitely blabbed on long enough for you guys. I hope you're all well. If you have any questions or comments below, I love to hear from you guys. And yeah, so have a good day. Hope your day is doing good. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.